Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Laura and this is Laura's Budget. As you can see from this lovely little array of challenges here, I've been completing quite a few challenges and stashing them to the side ready for a mass reallocation. So you might have to bear with me a little bit while I count all of this up and work out what I'm doing. I literally have zero plan. I'm batch filming at the moment. I've come straight off finishing one video into the next. Probably should sit down and come up with a rough plan of where I want this money to go, but I kind of have an idea of what I want to do anyway. So yeah, you guys can kind of sit and work this out with me. So I'm going to start by unstuffing each of these. A large chunk of these are from my mini challenges. So I do a games day once a month. So I have these mini challenges where I just choose £5 and I roll a dice to allocate the £5 notes. So I'll be cleaning all of those off, but I will be starting a new set of 6 challenges next month, so stay tuned for that. So in one in a melon we had 20, 25, 30, 35. I'll tell you what I'll do. Rather than counting these up as I go along, I'm just going to unstuff all the money and we'll just do a bit of a count up once we've got it all, shall we? Because otherwise I feel like there's going to be a lot of counting in this video. And I'm not sure my little brain can keep up today. So that's Eau Crepe, also finished. Stuff all of that in there. There are going to be a lot of £5 notes in here. And I don't have any other denominations in the house that I can swap them out with. So we're just going to have to go with it and stuff chunks of £5 into challenges, and then hopefully very soon I'll be doing a cash condensing, putting some of this money back to the bank and swapping some of the smaller notes out for some bigger notes. But it's just making me really happy that I have this large amount to sit and play with. I think people do these things differently, don't they? So what I could have done is, with the money that I allocate to being able to play challenges each month and having my games days, I could in theory just stuff that straight into my sinking funds. However, for me, I think the importance of cash stuffing for me is that it keeps things fun and it keeps things motivating, and ticking off all these little challenges and getting these larger amounts is so much more motivating to me than just going at the beginning of the month, right, £5 into this pot, £5 into that pot, £5 into there, because really by the time you spread it out you're not going to be stuffing a large amount into any one thing. And I just think this is so much more fun, and it baffles me that it's taken me until this point in life to start treating my money this way and to think about my money this way. And also the difference that having this money in cash rather than it being digital, the difference that that makes in my mentality as well is crazy, because it's the same stuff. It is literally the same stuff, whether it's here in my hand or whether it's in the bank, but it's not. And the way that I think about it, the way that I treat it, the way that I spend it is very different. And yeah, I think that is quite crazy. And I think if you haven't tried cash stuffing, whether or not you go the full hog and kind of do it this way, or whether you just take a little bit of the budget that you have for the month and treat it this way, so use it as cash, I don't know, maybe just give it a try. Right, the only one I need to be aware of, sorry, I'm just trying to think while I'm chatting, is the Split Splats block money is specifically going to be allocated to my bulk envelope, and my bulk envelope goes towards spending at Costco because we like to buy a few of our household items in bulk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stuff this at the front here as its own little, should we put it at the front or should we move everything forward? I'll tell you what, I'll move everything forward and we can stuff that at the back because I feel like it will just be in the way otherwise. Sorry, bear with me while I play with my money, which is my favourite thing to do, can you tell? Alright, so that can go right at the back for now, so I don't forget that's how much was going in there. That's not to say it might not get more as well, but I just want to make sure that £90 specifically definitely goes to my Costco fund. and then this is the biggie. This was £260 saved with Block Drop, which I've been working tirelessly towards for a little while now. And it does have a placeholder in there again, but that's fine with me. That's a bit less cash to go into my binders. I'm just going to try and stick that towards the back so we don't forget about it. So then let's get all the 20s. Let's get all the 10s and all the 5s. So there we have. This is the money that we are going to play with today. Yeah, should we give it a little count? Let me grab my calculator and we'll give this a little count. So I'll start with my little stash that I have for Costco. So it's 20, 30, 40, and then 50 in the bank makes 90. So that is 90. I won't count that. Should I count that towards the total? I should count that towards the total. Right, so let's add our little 90 in there. And then 20s, I'll also do, we've got the 100 there. So 120, 40, 60, 80, 200, 220, 40 and 60. So there's 260. I'm still getting to grips with my new cash tray as well, by the way, so if you see me fumbling over here, that's why. Right, 260 going in there, and then let's figure out our 10s. So we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Ooh, dropping all my money. 110, 120. Right, 90, 260, 120. Right, it's 470, which is great. And then we have this fat stack of 5s. Let's see how much more we've got here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So let's just stick that out of the way. So plus 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Another 100. And then 15. So plus 15. So our total that we are reallocating in this video is £685, which is incredible. I would never have that amount in one go to just stick into challenges, into my sinking funds. So this is great. I'm very excited about that. So I feel like let's not get too excited, but let's start in my high priorities. Let's get some of these high priority sinking funds stuffed with a bit of extra cash. Right, we're definitely going to do some on here. What shall we do? I feel like I'm going to do 2 on miscellaneous. That's 2 lots of £25, and that is £50. So I'm just going to go over this as well because I realised I accidentally coloured this in pink when it should be purple. So let's do the I and the S. I may come back to this and add some more. But as I said, because I don't have a plan, what I don't want to do is just chuck loads of money into the boring stuff, which is saving for the future. Like, let's admit it, that is boring. It's not stuff I can spend. And then not have any left for other fun things too. So let's put our £50 into 1 week ahead. So 1 week ahead now, and we only started this last month, it has £100 in the bank. And then let's just get situated with our cash. We have 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 220, 240, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95. So we have nearly £300 already in 1 week ahead, which is mind-blowing. Yeah, really happy with that and how it's coming along. Right. I'm not going to add any into gifts right now because gifts kind of, I know where I am with gifts. It gets like a set amount each month that covers me for what I need. So let's leave that. Again, home insurance, I know how much we need for the year and I've divided that by the months and this gets stuffed every month. Garden waste doesn't need anything. Emergency, you can have something. So how much shall we give to emergency? Again, I don't want to overdo it. So I think for now, I'm just going to do £20, which is 2 of our little padlocks. So let's do that. Sorry, I'm trying to keep this in shot for you guys and not in the ring light, which is proving difficult. It is the middle of the night right now and it is very dark. But I'm committed. I'm committed to getting this done now. So let's have a look what we have. So we have £50 in the bank. We have 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20, 30 and 40. 140. That is great. And I've said this before, but I'll say it again now in case you haven't watched my previous videos, but my emergency fund, although it would be great if it was a true emergency fund, for now, until I've built up some of my other categories and stuff, this might act as a bit of a buffer. I haven't had to dip into it yet, but I may need to. Cleaner gets stuffed monthly. Oh, I didn't actually explain this in my other video. So we have booked a holiday for October 2025, so exactly a year from now we're going to go to Turkey. In total for Turkey I will need just over £3,000. I know that sounds a lot. We're taking my parents too, so there'll be 5 of us total, so I feel like that's reasonable for what we're getting. We're going all the way for a week at like a nice 5-star hotel. Yeah, but it's a lot. It is a lot to save. I do appreciate that. But yeah, we have a year to do it, so it has to be paid off by I think mid-September next year. So we've got just under a year to save that money, and within that time we should have a bonus paid in for my husband as well. So it's doable. It's definitely doable, but we will need to be chipping away at this. I'm not going to put anything in just yet out of this money, but yeah, we'll see. At the moment, actually, I'll tell you what, I will, just because I feel I've just completely emptied this out. I have just completely emptied this out. I'm going to put the £100 that we have in the bank already, I'm going to transfer into my holiday fund, just because if we do that, so basically I did have £350 in here. I have spent £300 on the deposit for our holiday, so that's why that has gone from this fund. So there's only £50 left in here at the moment. So let's add in 2 more beans and just start ticking away back at this. So really we'll probably have to fill or complete this tracker twice before going to Turkey next year. But yeah, I don't know, that feels doable. It does feel doable. We shall see how quickly it gets done though. I don't think it will be a quick thing. So there's a £50 placeholder in there already to say that there is £50 already in the bank. So now we have 150 in the bank for holiday. Credit card, I'm gonna definitely do one of these. So each of these credit cards is £35. My husband has about, I think it's 2,000 on a credit card, which he already pays off £50 a month anyway. So this, when it's completed, can just go as a big payment off towards completing that, so we are debt free. So that's £35 that needs to go in there. Let's get 20, 35, and yeah, I know a lot of the stuff in this binder are boring kind of things to do, but they are also very important to work towards our financial freedom. So as boring as they can be, I'm happy that I've got this extra money to go in here. So in credit card at the moment we have 20, 40, 60, 80. Did I count that right? Yeah, 80, 100, 110, 20, 30 and 40. And what I will probably do is when I do my cash condensing and I put this back to the bank, we'll probably just pay it straight off the credit card. So for example, if I condense £100 of this back to the bank, I'll put the £100 placeholder in here so we can see how much we've saved in total for this cause. But it just makes sense to get that straight off the credit card, because why wouldn't you? I'm just going to put that back in there for now. Car service doesn't really need stuffing. Garden maintenance gets monthly amount. Let's put some into our UK holiday. So this is for Centre Parks. We're going to Centre Parks at the end of February. And I think I just need to complete this once for that. But I need to double check how much I actually need for that. You will have noticed, or if you're a regular watcher of my videos and you notice these things, I have cleaned off 2 of the cabins on here. That's because I had to take £50 that was in here and put towards some of the deposit for this. So yeah, the rest of it now is just working towards the total. So how much shall we put? Should we just put 25 for now? Yeah, I'm just going to put 25 for now, and I can always come back to it, but I'm just being mindful of the fact that I haven't worked any of this out, and I do want some money to go into some of the fun things too. There we go. So yeah, in UK holiday at the moment, in the bank we have £200. I don't know if you guys can see that. There we go. £200, 225 now. And then home improvements, we'll definitely put some money in here. I've just got this new tracker from Save with Sophie. However, I'm not going to be filling it in for now, because I explained when I popped this in just that we are going to be spending probably a good chunk out of this between now and Christmas, just because we're doing up my son's bedroom and we need to get some paint and bits and bobs like that. So I'm not going to track it off on the tracker, but I will be putting some money in here. So let's put 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and £30 into there. So we now have 10, 20, 30, 45. And now, should we just take that to 50? Let's take that to 50. And we'll pop that back in there. Right, now I can put the 1 week ahead tracker back in there for now. I might come back to it still, but we'll see. So now we've got the boring binder over and done with. Let's come back to the fun one. So my spends, I deserve a chunk of this money, right? How much should we do? How many drinks shall I give myself on my coffee break? Should we do 1, 2 and 3? We need to colour off 3 little drinks. Which ones shall we do? Let's do a hot chocolate. And then what else should we do, guys? We've got 2 more drinks to choose. Let's do a strawberry and cream frappe. Have we got a red or a different pink? What kind of pink is this? Let's have a look. Oh, very vibrant pink. Right, let's do this one. So that is £10 into here. And then for 15, let's do, we'll do an Irish coffee, and we'll do that as a lovely green. So there we go, £15 gone into my spending. Right, Alex is spending. How much shall we give him? Has he got any round numbers? Yes, he's got a £5. Right, I'm only going to put £5 into Alex's. Don't think I'm a mean wife. He has his spending money separately to mine, so whereas some of the money in here would have come from my leftover spending money, none of it will have come from his leftover spending money. He has a separate little pot in his Starling account that he puts his rollover money into. So yeah, it might seem mean, but it's not. Well, at least I don't think it is. It's even, it's fair. He still gets some money. It's just not the same as what I've put into mine. So yeah, he's now got £15 in there. And come on. Right, so then we have Ezra's spending money, which I'm now just realising I haven't cleaned off. Give me 1 second, I'll clean this off. Right, I'm back, it's clean. Let's give Ezra £10 for his spending money. It'll be a different green this time because I have found the rest of my Sharpies, so why not make the most of having a rainbow's array of these. I'm just going to fast forward colouring in 10 of these. Alright, hopefully that wasn't as painful for you guys as it was for me. Let's stick that. Oh, throw the money around. Let's stick that back in there. So the £80 that we had completed with this challenge went into Ezra's spending pots for Christmas and his birthday, which are 12 days apart. So yeah. Alright, boring, don't want to stuff those. Appliances. What do we have in here currently? So I don't know if I explained this anywhere else, but I did spend about, I think it was £55 out of here, and I bought my air fryer that I've been after. I went with one from Asda in the end. I think I'd mentioned that I was looking at Aldi was bringing out one that was about £40, but I found one very similarly priced at Asda, which was a lot easier to get hold of. You guys know what the Aldi special buys are like. They're just out of the shop as soon as they're in. So yeah, I just went with that and I'm really happy with it so far. It is a game changer. I have a 2-drawer one and I also bought some of the liners to go in it, and I'm really happy with it so far. But we have left in here, we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 95. And we are saving now for a new TV. So I'm going to add the 5 to bring that to 100. And then how much do I want to add here? Should we take this to 150? Let's do 20, 40 and 50. Why not? Takes that to a nice round amount, so when we cash condense that can all go into the bank and try and earn some interest for us until we have enough to buy a new TV. Right, meals out. I've spent a little bit from here recently, so there's £25 left in here. How much shall we add? I'm going to add £45 into here. So let's do 20, 30, 40, no, 10, 20, 30, 40 and 5. So that takes us to 70 in meals out, which is lovely. 70. Tell you what, I'm just going to up that to 80. 80 in meals out. That'll get us a nice meal out at some point. We love going out to eat. Who doesn't? And days out. what do we want to put in here? I'm going to put 10, 15, 20, 25 into days out. We spent the £10 that was in here recently when we went to the arcades. We live in a seaside town, so there's loads of arcades and stuff, and it's just a nice little afternoon out as a family. To just go and put some £2p in the machines. Garden. So again, this is another new tracker for me. I'm going to add the £5 that we need to finish crossing off that sun, and then I'll add another £10 as well. This is not a massive priority of mine, especially at the moment because we're going into the colder months, but I just think it's good to keep it ticking over a little bit. So let's finish crossing off that sunshine, and then let's cross off this squirrel. Fun fact, Ezra has always called squirrels nut-nuts, which we think came from squirrel nutkin. And then recently he's obviously realised he's saying nut-nut rather than squirrel, so he's trying to say squirrel, but he can't say squirrel, and he calls them doo-doos, which I just think is so cute. Anyway, right, we have 20, 30, 40 and 50 in garden, which is great. I think my husband still needs to buy some grass seed or something for the garden. I don't know, again, if that's going to be a priority going into winter, but we shall see. Cards, I'm going to give that 10. So I make a lot of cards that I give to people for birthdays and stuff on my Cricut. This will go towards getting, I tell you what, I'm going to add another 5 as well. This will go towards getting more materials for that, and also, you know, if I end up buying any cards as well, if it's last minute, things like that, this can go towards it. So we have £40 in there now, which is cool. I will spend some of that very soon because I need to start making Christmas cards and things like that. Dentist, another boring one, and I put it in my low priority rather than my high priority, just because we obviously only go once every 6 months and we are NHS patients, so shouldn't ever have to pay like a crazy amount for this, but it's just nice to know we have something there for an emergency. So I'm just going to start this off with a £20, and yeah, we'll just see. We'll just drip feed money into here as and when we can, just so we've got a little buffer. Date night. So this is another one of my new categories. So let's put £20 in here. 5, 10, 15 and 20. What should we colour these in? Let's find another one of my pinks, right? Let's do, oh no, you can't see that one. Right, different pink. There we go, that's better. Right, each of these is £5, so 5, 10, 15 and 20. Don't want to do any more in there. I might come back to this one. I'll leave this as one of my ones to come back to. So £20 to start off date night. Oh, it's all upside down. Never mind, don't care. Get it done. Right, bulk. This is, so it's only got £10 in there currently, but this is getting the £90 from Split Splat Splot when we completed that. So we'll just pop that in there for now. So that is £100. And then I'm actually going to supplement that as well and add in, let's add in 20. So it's £120 for Costco, and I'll most likely go there this week, I think, because there's a few things I need to get. That won't stretch very far in Costco. I will probably spend that all in one go, but never mind. Right, Booba Cat. She has 50 in her account at the moment for going towards food. She is running low on her food at the moment, and her food costs about £70. So what I'm going to do is put the put the £20 in there, so we have £70 for her food as a minimum. And then I think I'm actually just going to leave it at that for now. I do need to start working towards like a little bit of cash for if she has any emergency vet bills and stuff, but As I said about the emergency fund, that can kind of act as a buffer, and if it was an emergency, she needed the vets, obviously we'd pay for it, and you know, that would be it. So that is everything pretty much stuffed. And how much do we have left? We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55. I'm gonna... Right, did Alex have any round numbers? I could do a 7 and a 3. So let's give Alex another 10. These colours make no sense, by the way, but I'm just colouring it in, whatever. Right, so that's another 10 for Alex. And so he now has 25. And then I'm obviously doing that so I can give myself more money. I'm going to complete mine. So I've got £15 left to complete mine. So 5, 10, 15. Put the rest of that there for now. Right, what colours do we want to do, guys? What should we do? Let's have a purple cappuccino. Why not? And this is not going to be my best colouring in work, guys. I just want this to be over and done with now. I filmed, I think this is my 3rd video on the trot, and I'm tired. Right, let's do a yellow black coffee. So yeah, this is £45 completed. £5 espresso, and I think I will probably just spend this on some fabric or a sewing pattern or something. I really love dressmaking. That's my little hobby, and it's a very expensive hobby when you like buy nice materials and things. So yeah, this will go towards buying myself probably some nice material or something along the lines that will help me with my sewing. So yeah, this one is complete. What I'll do is when I do my cash condensing, I'll take that money out and pop it into the bank. So what do we have left? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think I was so close to that £300 mark with the 1 week ahead. So I think we'll come back and pop... What should we do? Let's pop £15 into here. 15, 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 35. No, I'll tell you what, we'll do another 25. While we've got the money to be able to shove in here, why not? So 25, so we'll colour off another one of our purple, sorry you guys can't see that, letters on miscellaneous. Go. I'm trying to think what yeah, so this has worked out that in a month for our expenses we would need about 4,400, so the total of 1 week ahead will be 1,100, so that is what I'm working towards. 4,400 just feels massive and out of reach, so breaking it down into these little goals for me feels more achievable. So now currently we have 100, 120, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 300, 320, perfect. So now when I cash condense, I can take £200 of that back to the bank and get it out of my binders and out of the house, which just feels a lot safer and more sensible. So we have £5 left. Where would we put £5? I don't think there's not many places in here that I I would put £5. I tell you what I'm going to do. Might be cheeky. It is cheeky. It definitely is cheeky. I'm going to put it in my spending, which might sound stupid, but basically what that does is give me around £50. And I do put a lot of time and effort and brain power into working out our budget every month and to making sure we've got enough money to cover everything. So if I give myself a little extra £5 here or there, it doesn't matter too much, does it? Yeah, I'm happy with that. I feel like we've spread that money far and wide. And yeah, our binders are looking very healthy. So thank you so much for bearing with me through that. I feel like it might have been a bit of a smoother video if I had worked out where everything was going beforehand, but where's the fun in that? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon for my cash condensing for October and my count up for October. So we'll see how much money we've managed to add into our binders and bank accounts this month. Thank you guys. Bye.